Before West Coast rap ruled the world, one street hustler flipped the game with a microphone, a vision, and zero fear of controversy. This isn't just rap history. This is how Eric Wright became Eazy-E, the most dangerous executive hip-hop ever saw. Sit back, smash that like, subscribe, and get ready to hear this hyper-real hood story. Eazy didn't come from rap. He came from survival. Raised in Compton, Eric Wright learned early that money moved faster in the streets than anywhere else. But what separated him from everyone else was vision. When most people were chasing quick wins, Eazy was thinking legacy. He invested street money into music, built Ruthless Records from the ground up, and gambled on artists nobody else would touch. That gamble became NWA. With Ice Cube's pen, Dr. Dre's production, and Eazy's raw presence, they created a sound so honest it scared the industry. Straight Outta Compton wasn't just an album. It was a declaration of war on censorship, radio politics, and fake images. Eazy wasn't the best technical rapper, but he was the realest voice in the room. When he spoke, it felt like the streets talking directly to America. As Ruthless Records grew, so did the tension. Money, contracts, egos, the same forces that build empires can tear them down. Dre left, Cube left, lawsuits flew, but Eazy didn't fold. Instead, he doubled down, discovering and mentoring the next wave, including Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, once again proving his ear for the future was unmatched. Then came the shock no one saw coming. In 1995, Eazy-E announced he had AIDS. Weeks later, he was gone. Just like that. The man who helped define an era vanished, leaving behind unanswered questions, fractured relationships, and a legacy still being debated decades later. But one thing is undeniable. Without Eazy-E, there is no West Coast dominance, no gangsta rap explosion, no blueprint for the independent mogul. He didn't just change hip-hop, he forced it to tell the truth. If you're rocking with how we break these stories down, run that like button up right now, subscribe if you're new, and share this with someone who respects real hip-hop history. We're going up fast, and we're just getting started. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily, and we out. Five rappers from Cleveland changed hip-hop forever, and it all started with Eazy-E betting on a sound nobody understood. Sit back, smash that like, subscribe, and get ready to hear this hyper real hood story. Bone Thugs-n-Harmony didn't just show up in the 90s, they rewrote the rules. Before melodic rap was mainstream, before sing-rapping dominated the charts, Bone was already blending rapid-fire flows, harmonies, and raw street pain into something the culture had never heard. Flesh and Bone, Busy Bone, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, and Wish Bone were broke, hungry, and recording wherever they could, sometimes in basements, sometimes with barely working equipment. But the vision was always clear. Everything changed when their demo landed in the hands of Eazy-E. Most executives didn't get it, but Eazy did immediately. He didn't just sign them, he took them under his wing. Eazy taught Bone how to navigate the industry, how to protect themselves, and how to turn their struggles into timeless records. Under his mentorship, Bone dropped Creepin' On A Come Up, and hip-hop felt the shockwave instantly. Songs like Thuggish Ruggish Bone proved you could be melodic, spiritual, street, and aggressive all at the same time. What made Bone revolutionary wasn't just the speed or the harmonies, it was the emotion. They rapped about death, faith, poverty, loyalty, and survival with a vulnerability hip-hop rarely allowed back then. They blurred the line between rap and R&B, creating a blueprint that artists still follow today. Without Bone, there's no lane for melodic street rap as we know it, period. Then tragedy struck. Eazy-E passed away, and Bone lost their mentor, their protector, and their biggest believer. But instead of folding, they carried his legacy forward. Albums like E.1999 Eternal cemented them as legends, proving that their sound wasn't a phase, it was a movement. If Bone Thugs-n-Harmony shaped your playlist even a little, run that like button up, subscribe right now, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment with your favorite Bone track, share this with a real hip-hop head, and help us keep these stories alive. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily, and we out. Warren G didn't kick the door in. He opened it and changed the temperature. No chaos, no forced aggression, Just smooth confidence that made the West Coast sound global. Smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This hyper-real hood story is essential. Warren G came out of Long Beach during a time when West Coast rap was loud, dominant, and intense. But instead of trying to outmuscle the moment, he introduced balance. His sound was laid back, melodic, and intentional, the kind that made street stories feel accessible without watering them down. What made Warren G special was his ear. He understood how to blend grit with groove. His production felt like riding through the city at night, reflective, smooth, but still grounded in reality. He wasn't chasing trends, he was shaping atmosphere. And then there was his role as a connector. Warren G bridged worlds. Underground to mainstream, street rap to radio. He helped introduce voices that would define an era, proving that influence isn't always loud. Sometimes it's strategic. If you've ever nodded your head before the verse even dropped, hit that like button right now. That's Warren G's touch. His music didn't rush you. It let stories breathe. It let melodies linger. And that approach expanded what West Coast hip-hop could sound like. He showed that you could be respected, street-rooted, and commercially successful without sacrificing identity. Warren G's impact isn't measured by controversy or headlines. It's measured by longevity. His sound still feels right decades later because it was built on feel, not hype. He created moments that aged gracefully, becoming soundtracks to real life rather than snapshots of a trend. Without Warren G, the lane for smooth, melodic West Coast storytelling looks very different. He didn't just contribute to an era, he helped define its balance. If you want more stories that spotlight the architects behind the culture, subscribe and turn on notifications. We celebrate influence, not just noise. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Warren G track, share this with someone who still rides to that G-Funk sound, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some legends don't get old, they get louder with time. Before the industry caught up, before the flowers, before the mythology, there was Big L. Sit back, smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This hyper real hood story is forever. Big L came out of Harlem with a pen so sharp it felt dangerous. From the moment he touched a mic, it was clear, this wasn't potential, this was mastery. His punchlines hit fast, dark, and precise, blending humor with menace in a way only he could. What made Big L special was fearlessness. He didn't dodge topics or soften edges. Every bar felt like a challenge. His storytelling was vivid, his delivery effortless, and his confidence unshakable. If you respect lyricism that doesn't beg for approval, hit that like button right now. Big L didn't rely on gimmicks or trends. He trusted skill. He believed bars mattered. And in an era stacked with talent, he still stood apart. Other rappers knew, when Big L was on the track, it was survival of the sharpest. His career was cut short, but his impact wasn't. Big L became a measuring stick, a reference point. The rapper other rappers mention when talking about raw ability and unreal potential. Listen closely and you'll hear his influence in modern punchline rap, in aggressive confidence, in artists who let bars speak louder than image. Big L didn't need a long run to leave a deep mark. He proved that greatness isn't about time, it's about impact. If you want more stories about artists who shaped hip-hop with nothing but skill, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We tell the stories that deserve respect. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Big L bar, share this with someone who knows real lyricism never dies, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some rappers tell stories. Others testify. Before playlists decided legacies, before algorithms picked winners, there was Cormega, a voice that came straight out of Queensbridge with no filter and no safety net. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story is for people who respect truth in music. Cormega's music never felt like entertainment, it felt like evidence. From early records like The Testament to later projects like The Realness, his bars sounded like journal entries written in survival mode. Queensbridge wasn't just a backdrop, it was the main character. What separated Cormega was perspective. He didn't glorify the street life, he examined it. On tracks like Dead Man Walking and Get Out My Way, he broke down the cost of hustling, the paranoia, the funerals, and the prison bids, without exaggeration or fantasy. If you've ever heard a song that made you pause instead of turn up, hit that like button right now. That's the weight Cormega carried. Industry opportunities were there. Features, attention, momentum. But when creative control came into question, Cormega stepped away from the machine. Instead of adjusting his voice, he protected it. That decision reshaped his career and helped define independent hip-hop before it became trendy. Projects like Legal Hustle and The True Meaning showed growth without erasure. The hunger was still there, but so was reflection. He rapped about consequences, fatherhood, and accountability, topics many street rappers avoid once success arrives. Lyrically, Cormega stayed sharp. His writing leaned on imagery and realism, not speed or gimmicks. He didn't need complex patterns. His power came from clarity. When Cormega spoke, you believed him. His influence can be felt in underground legends, independent movements, and Queensbridge artists who followed. He represents a lane where integrity outweighs fame and truth outlasts trends. If you want more stories about artists who put substance over success, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel exists for real hip-hop history. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Cormega project, share it with someone who respects Queensbridge legacy, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some voices sound like pain. Others sound like survival. Before harmony became a trend, before melodic rap had a lane, there was Busy Bone. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story runs deep. Busy Bone came into hip-hop carrying more than talent. He carried trauma. His childhood was marked by instability, abuse, and being on the run. That pain didn't disappear when the music started, it became the sound. When Bone Thugs and Harmony broke out of Cleveland, Busy wasn't just rapping, he was floating. His melodic delivery, rapid cadence, and emotional tone separated him instantly. Songs like Thuggish Ruggish Bone and First of the Month weren't just hits. They were blueprints for a new way of blending melody and street realism. What made Busy Bone different was vulnerability. Even in fast-paced flows, you could hear longing, fear, faith, and survival. Tracks like Crossroads showed that he could turn grief into harmony and make millions feel it at the same time. If you've ever felt emotion hit you before the lyrics fully registered, hit that like button right now. That's Busy's signature. Behind the success was conflict. Fame didn't erase wounds. Busy's relationship with Bone Thugs was complicated. Tension, separations, reunions. But even during fractured eras, his voice remained essential to the group's identity. On solo projects like Heaven's E Movie and Alpha and Omega, Busy went deeper, wrestling with faith, anger, healing, and self-reflection. The melodies stayed, but the themes grew heavier. He wasn't chasing radio, he was chasing clarity. Busy Bone's influence runs far beyond his era. You hear it in melodic street rap, emotional cadences, and artists who blur singing and rapping without losing grit. Long before it was normalized, Busy made vulnerability sound strong. His legacy is proof that melody can carry pain, and honesty can survive chaos. If you want more stories about artists who changed the sound by being themselves, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We tell these stories with respect and depth. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Busy verse or Bone track, share it with someone who grew up on Bone Thugs, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some voices don't just rap, they roar. Before the pain was understood, before the scars were public, there was DMX. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and stay with us. This Hyper Real Hood story cuts deep. DMX came out of Yonkers sounding like survival. His voice carried hunger, faith, anger, and vulnerability all at once. When he rapped, it felt like confession and confrontation in the same breath. What made DMX different was honesty. He didn't hide his demons, he battled them on record. He talked to God, argued with himself, and dragged listeners into that struggle. His music wasn't polished, it was real. If you've ever felt a song understand you, hit that like button right now. That connection is DMX. DMX could turn pain into power. One track felt like a war cry, the next felt like a prayer. Few artists have ever balanced aggression and vulnerability so openly. That contrast made him unforgettable. His run was historic. Anthem after anthem. Energy that shook arenas. and a presence that couldn't be ignored. DMX didn't just dominate an era, he defined emotion in hip-hop. Behind the fame, the struggle never left. But that's why his music still matters. It wasn't an image, it was his life. And people felt that truth. DMX showed the world that strength doesn't mean silence, and faith doesn't mean perfection. He made space for honesty in a genre that often rewards masks. If you value hip-hop that feels human, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel honors truth, not trends. Before you go, like this, share it with someone who still feels DMX's music, and subscribe, not for hype, but for respect. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Before the sound of the West Coast had polish, before stars were built instead of discovered, there was Dr. Dre. Not just making beats, shaping eras, turning raw talent into history. Smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story is foundational. Dr. Dre didn't just hear music differently. He engineered vision. Coming out of Los Angeles, he understood that sound could be clean, heavy, and dangerous at the same time. Where others chased hits, he chased perfection. Every drum hit, every bass line, every pause had intention. What separated Dr. Dre was discipline. He treated hip-hop like science. Studio sessions weren't casual, they were surgical. If a verse didn't feel right, it didn't make the cut. That obsession built records that didn't just trend, they lasted. But his greatest talent wasn't just production, it was recognition. Dr. Dre saw potential before the world did. He helped turn raw voices into icons by refining, not replacing, who they already were. He didn't give artists an image, he gave them clarity. If you've ever wondered how legends seem to come from the same source, hit that like button right now. You're hearing the blueprint. Dr. Dre's sound defined moments in time. It captured anger, ambition, confidence, and calm, sometimes all in the same track. His music didn't rush you. It hit slow, heavy, and undeniable. That pacing became a signature copied for decades. Even when trends changed, his influence didn't fade. Modern hip-hop production, from structure to sound design, still borrows from the foundation Dr. Dre laid. The rules changed because he wrote new ones. Dr. Dre's legacy isn't about one album or one era. It's about control of sound, patience in creation, and understanding that hip-hop could be both street and world-class at the same time. If you want more stories about the minds who built the culture from the ground up, subscribe and turn on notifications. We break down impact, not just fame. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Dr. Dre era, share this with someone who knows where the sound really came from, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some artists don't chase the spotlight, they build the sound. Before the West Coast had a formula, before the wave became global, there was Daz Dillinger. Sit back, smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story runs deep. Daz Dillinger came out of Long Beach as one of the architects behind a sound that defined an era. As a producer and an artist, he wasn't just making beats, he was shaping a feeling. That signature G-Funk bounce. Daz helped carve that into hip-hop history. What made Daz different was versatility. He could produce a classic, write a verse, and hold his own on the mic without missing a step. His work felt effortless, but the influence was massive. If you've ever nodded your head to a smooth West Coast groove, hit that like button right now. That rhythm runs back to Daz. Behind the scenes, Daz was crucial. His fingerprints are all over the records that defined Death Row's run. The melodies, the swing, the energy, those weren't accidents. They were crafted. As a rapper, Daz stayed authentic. Street perspective, laid-back confidence, no overacting. Just pure West Coast DNA. He never needed to reinvent himself. The sound already spoke. Daz Dillinger's legacy lives in every producer who values bounce, every artist who understands restraint, and every record that lets the beat breathe. If you want more stories about the builders of hip-hop, not just the faces, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We respect the architects. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Daz-produced track, share this with someone who knows West Coast hip-hop runs on feel, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Before the world ever heard the anger, someone had to write it. Before NWA became a threat, a headline, and a movement, there was a pin turning lived reality into words the system couldn't ignore. That pin belonged to Ice Cube. Smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story is powerful. Ice Cube didn't just perform rebellion, he engineered it. Coming out of South Central Los Angeles, Cube was the architect behind NWA's most unforgettable lyrics. The fury, the clarity, the confrontation. While the beats shook speakers, it was the writing that shook institutions. What separated Ice Cube was intention. His lyrics weren't chaos, they were calculated. Every bar was aimed. Every hook carried weight. He wasn't chasing shock value. He was documenting truth with precision. If you've ever felt like NWA's music sounded too real to be entertainment, hit that like button right now. That's the power of authorship. Cube wrote from inside the environment, not from a distance. He named realities others refused to speak and refused to soften language for comfort. That honesty is why NWA wasn't just music. It was a challenge that demanded response. When Ice Cube left the group, the difference was immediate. The tone shifted, the message blurred, and Cube proved something undeniable. The pen shapes the movement. On his own, he showed that his writing didn't need a group to be dangerous. Ice Cube changed hip-hop by proving lyrics could be militant, intelligent, and street-rooted at the same time. His influence lives in every artist who uses words as weapons and truth as purpose. If you want more stories about the minds who shape the culture from behind the scenes, subscribe and turn on notifications. We break down impact, not just moments. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Ice Cube NWA verse, share this with someone who knows words change history, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some rappers tell stories. Others drop you inside them. Before the masks came off, before the slang became legend, there was Ghostface Killah. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story is vivid. Ghostface Killah came out of Staten Island with a style that felt unfiltered and urgent. His voice sounded like emotions spilling over, unpredictable, animated, and raw. When Ghostface rapped, it wasn't just bars, it was scenes, snapshots, moments flying at you in real time. What made Ghostface different was imagination. His storytelling wasn't neat or linear, it was chaotic in the best way. Street details, personal memories, luxury, paranoia, humor, and pain all collided in the same verse. If you've ever had to rewind a song just to catch everything he said, hit that like button right now. That's Ghostface's signature. Within Wu-Tang Clan, Ghostface became the heart, the emotional core. While others delivered cold precision, he delivered feeling. His verses felt lived in, like he was pulling pages straight from memory. As a solo artist, Ghostface reached another level. Albums that played like films, characters you could visualize, stories that didn't just describe the street, they felt like it. He didn't simplify his message, he trusted the listener to keep up. Ghostface Killah proved that imperfection could be powerful, that passion could outweigh polish, and that honesty could sound messy and still be masterful. His influence is everywhere, in modern storytelling rap, in emotional delivery, in artists who choose expression over structure. If you want more stories about artists who turned raw emotion into timeless art, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel honors depth, not shortcuts. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Ghostface verse, share it with someone who loves real storytelling, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some artists don't just enter hip-hop, they command it. Before the punchlines became memes, before charisma was calculated, there was Method Man. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story is iconic. Method Man came out of Staten Island as the wild card of Wu-Tang Clan, but that label never fit for long. From his first verse, it was clear, his presence was different. His voice hit like gravel and smoke. His delivery felt loose but deadly precise, and his personality jumped off the track. What made Method Man special was balance. He had bars, but he also had charm. He could be gritty without being stiff, funny without losing credibility. Every verse felt alive. If you've ever felt like a rapper's energy pulled you in before the lyrics even landed, hit that like button right now. That's Method Man. Within Wu-Tang, he stood out without overshadowing the group. He understood chemistry, timing, restraint. When Method Man spoke, you listened, not because he demanded it, but because the moment felt right. As a solo artist, he proved versatility. Street records, radio joints, deep cuts. He moved effortlessly between worlds without losing authenticity. And when he teamed up with Redman, it became one of hip-hop's most natural partnerships. Pure chemistry, zero force. Beyond music, Method Man expanded the blueprint. Acting, hosting, cultural presence. He showed that longevity comes from adaptability without compromise. He didn't chase trends. He moved comfortably through eras. Method Man represents a rare type of greatness, respected by lyric heads, loved by casual fans, and trusted by the culture. He never needed controversy to stay relevant. His presence was enough. If you want more stories about artists who mastered both skill and soul, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel is built for people who understand legacy. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Method Man verse. Share it with someone who knows charisma can't be taught, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some rappers demand attention. Others earn respect in silence. Before the culture caught up, before the flowers, there was Inspecta Deck. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This Hyper-Real Hood story is for the real listeners. Inspecta Deck came out of Staten Island as one of the most precise lyricists hip-hop has ever heard. From the very first Wu-Tang records, his verses didn't just sound good, they set the standard. Calm, controlled, and razor-sharp. What made Inspecta Deck different was discipline. Every bar had purpose. Every line landed clean. No filler, no wasted breath. He didn't overpower tracks, he anchored them. If you've ever heard a verse and thought, this is what elite rap sounds like, hit that like button right now. That feeling starts with Inspecta Deck. Within Wu-Tang Clan, he was the tone setter, the opener, the voice that let you know the record was about to get serious. When Inspecta Deck started a track, it mattered. He established direction, authority, and credibility before anyone else spoke. Technically, his control was elite. Breath control, cadence, internal structure, everything locked in. He could be aggressive without rushing, complex without clutter. That balance separated him from most of his peers. While others chased solo fame, Inspecta Deck stayed rooted in the craft. Consistency over spotlight, bars over branding. Even when circumstances slowed his solo momentum, the pen never slipped. Outside of Wu-Tang, the standard stayed the same. Features, later era projects, collaborations, the verses always hit. No decline, no shortcuts, just skill maintained over decades. Inspecta Deck represents a type of greatness that doesn't scream for attention. It waits patiently and still outlasts trends. His influence lives in every rapper who values structure, every verse that prioritizes execution, and every listener who knows real lyricism doesn't need theatrics. If you want more stories about artists who built legacies through skill, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel honors substance over hype. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Inspecta Deck verse, share it with someone who respects pure bars, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some rappers sound good, others sound skilled. Then there are the ones who sound unstoppable. That was Big Pun. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This Hyper-Real Hood story carries weight. Big Pun came out of the Bronx with a presence you couldn't ignore. From his first verse, it was clear, this wasn't just talent, this was dominance. His breath control, his speed, his wordplay, everything landed heavy and precise at the same time. What made Big Pun different was technique. Multi-syllabic rhymes stacked on top of each other without breaking rhythm. Complex patterns delivered with confidence and clarity. He didn't just rap fast, he rapped clean. If you've ever rewound a verse just to understand how it was possible, hit that like button right now. That awe is Big Pun's legacy. Pun could balance aggression and elegance. One bar would feel like a threat, the next like a showcase of pure skill. He made lyricism feel powerful, not academic. Heavy without being clumsy. His debut shook the culture. Not because of hype, because of execution. He He proved that elite technical skill could still move crowds and dominate the streets. Behind the music was pressure, expectations, battles both public and personal. His story wasn't perfect, but it was human, and that truth made the art hit harder. Even with a short run, Big Pun's impact is permanent. He became a reference point for technical rappers, a standard, a name spoken with respect. Big Pun showed the world that mastery doesn't need a long timeline, it needs precision. If you want more stories about artists who redefined what lyricism meant, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel honors skill and substance. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Big Pun bar, share it with someone who respects elite lyricism, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some rappers sound cool, others sound tough. Then there's the ones who sound like they're having way too much fun. That's Redman. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This Hyper Real Hood story is pure energy. Redman came out of New Jersey sounding unfiltered and fearless. From the first time people heard him, it was obvious. This wasn't an act. His delivery felt wild but controlled. His punchlines landed fast, and his confidence felt earned. He wasn't chasing approval. He was setting the tone. What made Redman different was personality. Every verse felt alive. He joked, threatened, flexed, and laughed in the same breath. He could be funny without being corny, aggressive without being stiff. If you've ever laughed and rewound a bar, hit that like button right now. That's Redman's fingerprint. Lyrically, Redman was sharper than people gave him credit for. Beneath the humor was elite skill, breath control, timing, wordplay. He could go toe-to-toe with anyone and still make it feel effortless. He never needed to prove he was nice. He showed it every time. As a solo artist, he built a catalog that felt raw and replayable. No overthinking, just bars, beats, and energy. His music felt like a cipher that never ended. Then came the chemistry. When Redman linked with Method Man, it wasn't forced, it was natural. Two different energies that locked in perfectly. Their records felt like friends having fun at the highest level of skill. That duo reminded hip-hop that joy still mattered. Beyond the mic, Redman stayed himself. Interviews, shows, appearances, same energy, same honesty. No industry polish. No character switch. That consistency built loyalty, not just fans. Redman's influence is everywhere. In artists who mix humor with menace. In rappers who refuse to be boxed in records that don't take themselves too seriously but still hit hard. He proved you don't have to sacrifice fun for respect. You don't have to choose between skill and personality. You can be both, fully. If you want more stories about artists who mastered bars and individuality, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel is built for real hip-hop lovers. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Redman moment. Share it with someone who knows hip-hop can still be fun, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. There was hip-hop before Rakim, and hip-hop after. One voice changed how rhymes were written, delivered, and respected. That voice was Rakim. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and stay with us. This Hyper Real Hood story matters. Rakim didn't just raise the bar, he moved it. Coming out of Long Island, he introduced a level of calm precision the culture had never heard before. No shouting, no rushing, just complete control. What made Rakim different was depth. Internal rhyme schemes, measured delivery, lyrics that flowed like thought itself. He proved that intelligence could sound effortless and that power didn't need volume. If you've ever listened to a verse and felt the craft behind it, quietly hit that like button right now. That appreciation comes from Rakim's influence. Rakim treated the microphone with discipline. Every word was placed with intention. He didn't waste space. He didn't chase trends. He trusted skill. That approach rewired the DNA of lyricism. After Rakim, rappers had to step up. The standard changed. The pen mattered more. Flow became a science. His influence isn't loud, it's everywhere. Rakim didn't dominate headlines, he dominated form. And decades later, his blueprint still holds. If you care about hip-hop as an art, not just a moment, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel is for people who value craft, legacy, and truth. Before you go, take 1 second to like this, share it with someone who respects lyricism, and subscribe, not out of hype, but out of respect for the culture. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some artists are polished, others are planned. And then there was someone who couldn't be controlled at all. That someone was ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and brace yourself. This HyperRealHood story is one of one. ODB didn't follow rules because he didn't believe in them. Coming out of Staten Island with Wu-Tang Clan, he sounded like nothing hip-hop had ever heard. Slurred, shouted, laughed, sang, sometimes all in the same bar. It felt reckless. It felt free. It felt honest. What made ODB special was instinct. He didn't rap like he practiced. He rapped like he lived. His verses felt unpredictable, but they always landed. You never knew what he was going to say, but you knew it was going to be real. If you believe hip-hop is about freedom, hit that like button right now. ODB is the proof. In Wu-Tang, he was the spark, the energy nobody could fake. While others focused on precision, ODB brought raw emotion and soul. He reminded the group, and the culture, that hip-hop didn't start clean. As a solo artist, he doubled down on being himself. No smoothing edges. No playing it safe. Just personality at full volume. His music felt like controlled chaos, and somehow, it worked. ODB also lived that chaos off the mic: fame, struggles, headlines. All of it played out in real time. But that's what made him human. He never pretended to be perfect. He showed the cost of being unfiltered in a world that demands control. His influence runs deep. Every artist who breaks structure. Every rapper who puts feeling over form. Every moment in hip-hop where unpredictability becomes power. ODB proved that originality can't be taught. It has to be lived. If you want more stories about artists who changed the culture by refusing to fit in, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We celebrate the real, not the rehearsed. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite ODB moment. Share it with someone who understands hip-hop isn't supposed to be perfect, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some rappers want streams. Others want applause. And then there are artists who want the truth heard, no matter how uncomfortable it gets. That artist is immortal technique. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This HyperRealHood story isn't here to entertain you. It's here to wake you up. Immortal Technique came into hip-hop with no interest in fitting in. No radio chase. No label polish. Just a microphone and a message that cut straight through the noise. His music didn't ask for attention. It demanded it. What made Immortal Technique different was fearlessness. He talked about politics, power, poverty, war, corruption, and history in a way most artists wouldn't touch. His bars weren't metaphors for struggle. They were direct confrontations with it. If you've ever heard a rap song that made you pause and think, hit that like button right now. That impact traces back to artists like him. His delivery was sharp and unapologetic. No hooks to soften the blow. No distractions. Just information, anger, and intention packed into every verse. Listening to Immortal Technique felt less like entertainment and more like being handed forbidden knowledge. Independently, he proved a point the industry didn't want proven, that you don't need permission to be powerful. He built a global following without compromising message or ownership. That alone made him dangerous to the system he was criticizing. But Immortal Technique wasn't just rage, there was purpose behind it. He spoke about education, self-awareness, and accountability. His music challenged listeners not just to feel something, but to do something. His influence lives on in every conscious rapper who refuses to water it down, every artist who values message over money, and every listener who looks to hip-hop for more than distraction. Immortal Technique reminded the culture that hip-hop started as a voice for the unheard, and it still can be. If you want more stories about artists who used music as a weapon for truth, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel goes deeper than surface-level narratives. Before you go, like this, share it with someone who believes hip-hop should say something. Comment your favorite Immortal Technique track and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Some groups don't follow the culture, they bend it. Before the sound went global, before the image became mainstream, there was Cypress Hill. Sit back, Tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This hyper-real hood story is legendary. Cypress Hill came out of Los Angeles sounding completely different. Dark beats, murky bass lines, voices that felt hypnotic and rebellious. They weren't chasing trends, they were creating atmosphere. From the moment they dropped, their music felt like its own world. What made Cypress Hill different was identity. They didn't water themselves down. They leaned into who they were, culture, perspective, and attitude fully intact. Their sound was bold, unapologetic, and instantly recognizable. If you've ever heard one bar and knew exactly who it was, hit that like button right now. That's Cypress Hill. Sonically, they pushed boundaries. Psychedelic samples, heavy grooves, beats that felt slow, thick, and dangerous. Their production didn't rush, it crept. It pulled you into the mood and didn't let go. Lyrically, they balanced defiance and reflection. Street reality, social tension, paranoia, pride, all wrapped in raw delivery. They weren't lecturing. They were documenting a feeling that a lot of people recognized but hadn't heard yet. Cypress Hill also changed what global success looked like. They crossed borders without losing identity. Their influence spread beyond hip-hop into rock, metal, and alternative scenes, proving the culture didn't have to stay in one lane. Longevity is where their legacy really shows. Decades later, the sound still holds weight. The energy still connects. And new generations keep discovering that darkness, that groove, that defiance. Cypress Hill proved that originality doesn't expire. If the vision is real, it lasts. If you want more stories about artists who built their own lane and never left it, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We focus on impact, not hype. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite Cypress Hill track, share it with someone who respects real hip-hop energy, and subscribe. Hyper-Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. Some artists want to be seen, others want to be understood, and then there are the ones who disappear on purpose. That was MF Doom. Sit back, tap that like button, subscribe, and lock in. This hyper-real hood story is different. MF Doom didn't chase fame, he hid from it. Mask on, identity secondary, bars first. In a culture obsessed with image, Doom flipped the rules and made the music the main character. What made MF Doom different was control. His rhymes didn't rush, they stacked. Internal schemes layered on top of inside jokes, comic book references, street wisdom, and abstract thought. Every verse felt like a puzzle, and you weren't supposed to solve it on the first listen. If you've ever had to rewind a song just to catch one line, hit that like button right now. That's MF Doom. Doom trusted the listener's intelligence. He didn't explain himself. He didn't simplify. He let confusion be part of the experience. That confidence turned casual listeners into lifelong fans. Sonically, his beats felt dusty, villainous, and unpredictable. No polish, no radio formulas, just mood and texture. His music sounded like late nights, notebooks, and deep focus. MF Doom also redefined independence. No industry hand-holding, no chasing trends. He built a universe on his own terms. Aliases, alter egos, entire worlds inside the music. He proved you didn't need permission to be legendary. Even his absence became part of the myth. Missed shows, surprise drops, silence. Doom reminded everyone that mystery still had power in hip-hop. After his passing, the impact became undeniable. Artists across generations cited him. Fans revisited verses and caught lines they missed for years. That's not nostalgia, that's depth. MF Doom showed the culture that skill doesn't need attention and genius doesn't need explanation. If you want more stories about artists who moved differently and changed everything, subscribe now and turn on notifications. This channel is for listeners who go deeper than the surface. Before you go, like this, comment your favorite MF Doom bar, share this with someone who appreciates real lyricism, and subscribe. Hyper-Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out. There was a moment when hip-hop sounded warmer. Before algorithms, before speed, before everything had to hit immediately. If you were there, you felt it. If you weren't, this is where it came from. Smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This hyper-real hood story is timeless. A tribe called Quest didn't arrive trying to dominate. They floated in. Out of Queens, they brought a sound that felt like late-night conversations, dusty record crates, and summer rides with the windows down. Their music didn't demand attention. It earned it. What made Tribe special was chemistry. Q-Tip and Phife Dawg didn't battle for the spotlight. They shared it. One thoughtful, one fearless. One smooth, one sharp. Their back and forth felt effortless, like two voices finishing each other's thoughts. If you've ever caught yourself smiling halfway through a verse, hit that like button right now. You know that feeling. The production told its own story. Jazz loops, warm bass lines, drums that breathed. Tribe proved hip-hop didn't have to shout to be powerful. It could groove. It could reflect. It could last. Lyrically, they opened doors. They talked about growth, identity, relationships, and community without losing rhythm or replay value. Tribe made thinking feel natural, made being yourself feel acceptable. Their influence lives everywhere, in artists who blend soul with substance, in groups that value unity over ego, in records that age gracefully instead of fading out. Even after loss, their legacy stayed alive. Their final chapters didn't feel like a comeback. They felt like a continuation. Proof that truth doesn't expire. A Tribe Called Quest didn't just soundtrack an era, they defined a feeling. And once you felt it, you never forgot it. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Tribe song that takes you back, share this with someone who remembers that sound, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. There was a time when hip-hop didn't take itself so seriously, and that was the point. Before the rules were locked in, before images got rigid, a group showed up and flipped the whole mood sideways. That group was the Far Side. Sit back, smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This HyperRealHood story is special. The Far Side came out of Los Angeles sounding nothing like what people expected. While the West Coast was known for toughness and tension, they brought humor, creativity, and freedom. Their music felt like hanging out with friends who were smart, weird, and unapologetically themselves. What made them different was perspective. They didn't rap down to people, they rapped with them. Their songs were playful but intentional, funny but thoughtful. They proved hip-hop could be intelligent without being stiff, and experimental without losing soul. If you've ever felt like rap was better when it felt human, hit that like button right now. Their production was just as bold. Off-kilter drums, jazzy samples, beats that felt loose on purpose. The sound matched the message. Creative freedom over perfection. The Far Side made music that felt alive. Lyrically, they opened doors. They talked about awkward moments, relationships, self-doubt, growth, things most artists avoided at the time. That honesty made them timeless. They gave space for individuality in a culture that was still defining itself. The Far Side's influence is everywhere. Every artist who embraces personality over persona. Every group that values chemistry over dominance. Every record that chooses vibe over volume. If you want more stories about artists who changed the culture by being themselves, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We drop new heat daily and keep it real. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite Far Side track, share this with someone who remembers when hip-hop felt free, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. And we out. Hip-hop didn't always move fast. Sometimes it moved forward. Before trends ruled everything, a group showed up and proved originality could last forever. That group was De La Soul. Sit back, smash that like button, subscribe right now, and lock in. This HyperRealHood story is legendary. De La Soul came out of Long Island sounding fearless and free. While hip-hop was still defining itself, they chose individuality, color, humor, thoughtfulness. Their music didn't fit in boxes, and that was the point. What made De La Soul special was intention. They didn't chase shock value or toughness, they chased truth. Their lyrics talked about growth, self-awareness, creativity, and community. They made hip-hop feel positive without being naive, smart without being distant. If you've ever felt like rap helped you think differently, hit that like button right now. That's De La Soul's fingerprint. Sonically, they pushed boundaries. Playful samples, unexpected rhythms, a sound that felt fresh every time you pressed play. They showed the culture that experimentation wasn't a risk, it was progress. De La Soul also paid a price for originality. Legal battles over samples slowed their momentum and kept their catalog locked away for years. But even through silence, their influence never faded. Artists kept borrowing the spirit, curiosity over conformity. When their music finally returned to streaming, it wasn't just a release, it was a reunion. Proof that real art waits patiently and still finds its audience. De La Soul didn't just help shape hip-hop, they protected its soul. They made space for expression, difference, and longevity in a culture that moves fast. If you want more stories about artists who changed the culture by staying true, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We honor legacy, not just moments. Before you go, hit like, comment your favorite De La Soul track, share this with someone who knows real hip-hop doesn't age, and subscribe. HyperRealHoodStories, new heat daily. We out. Before the hooks ruled hip-hop, before the West Coast had a voice that could calm chaos and elevate street anthems into timeless records, there was Nate Dogg. No gimmicks, no controversy chasing, just a voice so powerful it turned moments into memories. Smash that like button, subscribe right now, and get ready. This Hyper Real Hood story is different. Nate Dogg didn't rise the loud way. He didn't need shock value or viral antics. He came up in Long Beach with something rarer, control. A deep, smooth voice shaped by gospel roots, street reality, and real musical discipline. While others fought for attention, Nate Dogg pulled people in effortlessly. Early on, he wasn't chasing the spotlight, he became it. When his voice touched a record, it changed the energy instantly. Hooks weren't just catchy, they became the soul of the song. From street anthems to radio classics, Nate Dogg didn't just feature on hits, he completed them. As West Coast rap evolved, Nate Dogg became the bridge. Gangsta rap, G-funk, radio crossover. He made it all feel natural. Artists trusted him because he brought balance, toughness without chaos, melody without softness. If you've ever caught yourself singing the hook louder than the verse, hit that like button right now. You already know his impact. But his rise wasn't without struggle. Health battles quietly followed him for years, even as his voice stayed strong. While the world heard perfection on records, Nate Dogg was fighting behind the scenes, never asking for sympathy, never slowing the work. That's what makes his legacy heavier. He wasn't just a feature king, he was a foundation, a blueprint. Without Nate Dogg, modern hip-hop hooks don't sound the same. Entire generations of artists borrowed that balance without ever matching the original. When he passed, the culture didn't just lose an artist, it lost a sound that couldn't be replaced. And even now, when his voice comes on, time freezes. Cars slow down, heads nod, memories hit. If you respect legends who didn't need controversy to be unforgettable, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We honor the craft, not just the headlines. Before you go, hit like, share this with someone who still knows every Nate Dogg hook word for word, comment your favorite verse, and subscribe. Hyper Real Hood Stories, new heat daily. We out.